Get your day started the right way with Good Day Tampa Bay.
Right now at 9, another major shift for Ukraine. The Biden administration is now letting its troops use U.S.-made mines. The reason behind this latest change. Plus, bad news for Citizens insurance policyholders. Its payout rate is the worst in the state. What the insurer is saying about this new report. Good Wednesday morning, I'm Chantel Shore. Thank you for joining us. Developing this morning, another major policy shift from the Biden administration. The U.S. will allow Ukraine to use American-supplied anti-personnel landmines to help fight off Russian forces. This is another first. The decision comes just days after the U.S. gave Ukraine permission to fire long-range U.S. missiles at targets inside Russia. And that shift only occurred after months of lobbying from Kyiv. U.S. Defense Secretary Lloyd Austin says the shift follows changing tactics by the Russians. Their ground troops are now leading the movement on the battlefield rather than forces protected in armored carriers. Meanwhile, the U.S. and some other Western embassies in Ukraine's capital will stay closed today for security reasons. The American delegation says it has received a warning about a potentially significant Russian air attack. The precautionary step came after Russian officials promised a response to President Biden's latest policy shifts. Today in Washington, a big decision for the White House Ethics Committee. They're voting on whether to release their report on former Florida Congressman Matt Gaetz. It comes days after Gaetz was nominated to be our next U.S. Attorney General. The report focuses on allegations of sexual conduct and illicit drug use from several years ago. Federal investigators decided not to file any criminal charges. House Speaker Mike Johnson says there's no need to release the report since Gaetz has resigned from Congress and is now a private citizen. Gaetz resigned last week after President Trump's nomination. Critics of that pick say that report should be released ahead of Gaetz' confirmation hearing. Those hearings wouldn't take place until January. Governor DeSantis has already asked his Secretary of State to schedule a special election to fill Gaetz' House seats. It covers District 1 around Pensacola, and several Republican candidates have already filed to run. One of the most interesting names that could be joining them, Florida's Chief Financial Officer, Jimmy Patronis. He posted yesterday on X that he is strongly considering it. President-elect Trump announced more selections for his new administration Tuesday, and there seems to be an ongoing theme. Another TV personality made the cut. Trump selected Dr. Mehmet Oz for administrator of the Centers for Medicaid and Medicare. Dr. Oz would serve under Robert Kennedy Jr., who was tapped to lead the Department of Health and Human Services. Oz would also supervise the Affordable Care Act, which more than half of the country relies on for health insurance. Oz is a licensed heart surgeon and hosted the Dr. Oz Show for over a decade. He's faced criticism for promoting medical treatments not backed by experts, such as miracle weight loss pills. Oz also ran a failed Senate bid in Pennsylvania in 2022. Also, Tuesday, President-elect Trump selected Wall Street executive Howard Lutnick to lead the Commerce Department. Lutnick is head of investment bank Cantor Fitzgerald. He's also part of the Trump transition team. Trump says Lutnick would lead the administration's tariff and trade agenda. And Linda McMahon has been chosen to be Trump's education secretary. McMahon led the Small Business Administration during Trump's first term. She also ran World Wrestling Entertainment along with her husband, Vince McMahon. But her new job may not last long. Trump previously said he wanted to remove the Department of Education. Trump says McMahon will fight to expand school choice and empower parents. Tampa police are now investigating 2 deadly mysteries along the Courtney Camp Bell Causeway. It comes after 2 bodies were discovered in just 2 days. On Tuesday, police found the body of a Hispanic male in his 30s along the walking path. There was no obvious signs of trauma, and on Sunday, another body was found in the water. That appears to be a teenage boy. Police say the cases are not related. There also doesn't appear to be any foul play. New this morning, Citizens Insurance has the worst rate of paying Floridians' claims. That's according to an analysis by an insurance industry ratings agency. The new data shows more than half of its customers' claims were settled without any payment. That record means 17,000 claims were either denied for a variety of reasons or didn't meet the policyholder's deductible. That is more than any other insurancer in the state.
One factor that we believe is probably playing a role is a deliberate strategy to reduce their liabilities for whatever reason.
However, Citizens says many claims from storms are flood claims, a coverage they don't offer but are now requiring. Citizens customers are also concerned about the company's 14% rate hike request. That decision by state regulators is expected any day now. Still ahead, use it or lose it. That's how some of the health savings funds work. We'll have an end-of-year financial checklist for us after the break.